Welcome back, guys. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for taking the time to spend a little time with me. I always appreciate that. And I know I'm late, guys. I know I'm late. I said I would be doing the pregame on Friday. Obviously, I can't meet that. Maybe it'll happen, man. You know, y'all, I asked you guys to bear with me, man. Y'all know how it goes, man. You know, but at least I stick to the Tuesday. But hey, since we're playing on Monday night, I had an opportunity, you know, to do the recap video. The keys to victory video here today since I'm at home. I actually don't have to go to work into the office until Wednesday this week. So everything works out. So let's do this quick keys to victory real quick, you know, here early in the day before the game starts. Now, here's my quick keys to victory, man, in terms of the Pittsburgh Steelers going into Cincinnati to face the Bengals. All right, so the Pittsburgh Steelers are 9-2, you know, and obviously you got the big bad Patriots that everyone is looking at. You know, they're 10-2 right now after winning their game yesterday, and everybody's looking forward to that matchup. But here's what the Pittsburgh Steelers can't do. Key number one, you can't lose focus. You have to stay focused on the task at hand. It is the Cincinnati Bengals. Yes, you played the Cincinnati Bengals earlier this year. Hey, I was at that game. You know, it was a rocking environment. You know, Juju got off in that game. You know, Le'Veon Bell got off in that game. You know, there's quite a few good things happening in that game. The defense got some turnovers. However, here's the thing. You cannot lose focus. You have to focus on the task at hand and say, listen, yes, it's the Cincinnati Bengals. Yes, you've been successful over the Bengals in recent years, but that doesn't mean anything. It's a divisional opponent. It is a talented football team, even though their record doesn't seem to match up. They're still talented. They're not mathematically out of it. So you know they're going to be ready to play. They're going to want to defend their turf just like we would want to. Now, we have been fairly successful in Cincinnati, but again, you can't rely on those things. You can't rely on the history and what the stats say, and you know the Steelers are generally successful in prime time, and all of that. All that stuff has to go out the window. They got to stay focused. They can't lose their head because this is a recent nemesis, if you will. I won't really say it's a huge rivalry like with the Ravens, but you know it's grown to be a worthy nemesis in terms of the bad blood and you know the things with Burfict and you know the personal fouls and Joey Porter and all this junk. Can't worry about any of that. Keep your head, stay focused, go out there and deliver. All right. Key number two, start fast. They need to start fast against the Cincinnati Bengals just like we did early in the year when we played them in Pittsburgh. Get off to a fast start offensively. Now, what did happen in that game, Cincinnati was able to match the intensity and they were able to, you know, very easily get the game to 14-14. Don't want that to happen, but I think you got to come out with the same type of game plan in terms of starting fast. All right, what I also would do, maybe come out with a little no-huddle. Come out in a little no-huddle because obviously, you know, the Bengals have seen us one time this year. Le'Veon Bell rushed for, I want to say, 133 yards, something like that. They're going to look to stop the run. So what you're going to need to do is spread things out. You know, go single back or, you know, shotgun, one halfback, spread things out. And even if you want to run the ball, you run from that set. You know, you run a few counters from that set, some inside zone or what have you, those type of things. But you got to start fast. Don't come out stagnant. You can't come out with the whole, oh, we're just going to pound it down their throat. No. Now, if you do come out that way and it seems to work, hey, it is what it is. But I wouldn't go into it with that type of game plan. I would definitely mimic the tempo and pace and the play calling that we basically chose to run in the first meeting. But you're going to have to switch up some things because, again, the Bengals, you know, they see us twice a year. They know Pittsburgh. The rivalry is there. There you go. Start fast. All right, key number three. Got to stay disciplined on defense. Got to stay disciplined on defense. Here's the reason why. They have a guy named A.J. Green that we all know, okay? Joe Hayden is not playing in this game, okay? It's Artie Burns. So Artie Burns is probably going to bear the responsibility of being on A.J. Green mostly. And again, even in the first meeting, Artie Burns and Joe Hayden was able to see some A.J. Green. But now, there is no Joe Hayden. We still have a Cody Sensabaugh on the other side. And Mike Hilton in the slot, which we all know Mike Hilton has played great, but you know he's not tested that well against A.J. Green. Come on, we don't know that. You understand what I'm saying? Now we got to rely on a guy like Cody Sensabaugh to hold down the fort. And you would think that the Bengals are going to use that to their advantage, take advantage of different matchups. So that's different. The reason why I say discipline, because Artie Burns, we all know, has not been disciplined. You cannot afford to be undisciplined against the Cincinnati Bengals with an AJ Green running routes. Cannot do that. Gotta be disciplined, play your keys, stay in position. If you get beat, make the tackle. And that's where Mike Mitchell comes into play. Be the safety. If there's a big play given up, you must make the tackle. He has not done a great job with that in the last few weeks. Come on now. So there you have it. On defense, stay disciplined, make tackles to limit the damage. Number 2, as far as defense, you got to get some pressure. Did a fairly good job with it in the first meeting. Cincinnati Bengals, their offensive line has definitely not played that great this season. We got to make Andy Dalton a little antsy like he seems to be. You know, if you watch those games, it seems like he's kind of anticipating the rush coming. We got to stay in his face early and often, you know, make him beat us, so to speak. All right, here's another thing. Joe Mixon. I believe Joe Mixon is going to get the brunt of the carries. He's going to be featured a little more in this contest. Y'all remember Joe Mixon was off to a good start in that game. For whatever reason, they decided not to go to him. This kid is big. He's fast. You know, he's strong. He puts his nose in there. He can make a guy miss. Got to keep an eye out for him. And we know the Cincinnati Bengals love to run screens. So we got to be on top of those things. Make the tackles, read your keys, and make sure you keep your eyes on AJ Green and Joe Mixon. If you can limit their production and make Andy Dalton have to beat you, I think you got a good chance of having a decent outing against them again, like in the first game. Again, like I said, if you can limit a team to under 20 points, which we did in that contest, you're okay. All right, so to me, those are the keys of victory, man. The Steelers are going to have to come out, start fast, you know, start fresh and fast, get that tempo going, maybe throw some no huddle in there, get a lead. I think if we can get a lead and maintain a lead in the game, I think it can go very similar to how it did the first time. If you just look at the two teams, you know, I'm not saying this obviously because I'm a diehard Steelers fan. I'm just stating the facts. I think the Pittsburgh Steelers are a better team at the moment than the Cincinnati Bengals. They should be able to get a win, but hey, it is a divisional opponent. It is not a guaranteed win, folks. So I'm not going to sit here and act like it is. I said in the second half of the season that the Pittsburgh Steelers could very well go 6-2. All right? We have a few games left. 5 games left. We got these Bengals. Got those Ravens who are looking like they're looking better, you know, coming off of a win next week. Then we got the New England Patriots. Then you got the Houston Texans, and then you finish out with Cleveland. So if you look at it now you would say, okay, so let's go, maybe we could go 3-2. Very possible. And with me saying that from then and saying it now, I always said that one of the divisional games is one of the games that you could probably lose, as well as the Patriots game. That's how I'm still looking at it. So let's not act like that we're going to go in there and dominate. We could very well lose to the divisional opponent, Cincinnati Bengals, tonight, and you could very well lose to the divisional opponent, Baltimore Ravens, next week, even though it's in Pittsburgh. You know, we know how it's gone with the Ravens. You know, you look at the history. It's usually tit for tat. 1 year or two, the team will sweep, whether it's them or us, and then the next, the other years, it's like a split. So it's not unusual to think that the Ravens won't get the second game, or the Bengals could possibly get the second meeting. That's not unusual, but what we have to do, the Steelers have to win at least one of these games, because we all can look at the Patriots game and say, hey, that could possibly be another loss as well. Let's just being real. Steelers have the potential to beat anybody, I think, even the Patriots. But we all know, looking at how we've played and defensively and, mishaps in the secondary and things like that, there's room for a loss. Let's not kid ourselves. So there you have it, man. Again, like I said, start fast, get some tempo going, mix up the formations, mix up the play calling. I think we'll be okay with that. I think Ben is starting to settle down against the Bengals as far as not forcing things. And then outside of that, on defense, man, just be disciplined. Be disciplined, make tackles, communicate. And I think the Steelers can walk away with a win. It should be a good one. Looking forward to it. And again, like I said, man, if they lose, hey, it's not the end of the world. It's possible. They'll still be 9-3. I think the Steelers are probably in pretty good position, you know, in terms of the division. The Ravens, I think, have a better chance to still make the playoffs than the Bengals do. But, you know, schedules get a little light for the Ravens. I think I didn't really check on Cincinnati. But the Steelers have a tough stretch here. Bengals, Ravens, Patriots. So there you have it. I think if the Steelers get to 11 wins, I think they wrap up the division automatically. So we got 2 wins to get. It'd be great to get both of these divisional wins. That would be solid, and you know, it's over at that point. But also, we want to keep pace with the Patriots because we want to at least be the number 2 seed going into the postseason. So that's what you would hope for. All right, so there it is, guys. That's my keys to victory against the Bengals tonight. We'll see how everything plays out, and of course, I'll be back at you guys tomorrow for Terrible Towel Tuesday, preferably in the evening like I did last week. We'll do the live stream so you guys can chime in. All right, so hope all of you guys enjoy the game tonight. If you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to the channel, cut your notifications on so you're fully aware of the next video, and I promise, guys, it'll never hurt you to hit that like button. All right, guys, until next time, here we go, Steelers, and hopefully tomorrow we're talking about a W. All right, catch you guys later. Peace.